The Forge content coming out of Halo Infinite right now is easily the best in the series, and in this video I've got some of the greatest firefight maps that you need to play right now. Whether you're putting together your next community game night, just trying these with a few friends, or you haven't experienced firefight in Halo Infinite at all, this is the video to watch. All the links will be down in the description below, sit back and enjoy. First up is Alpha Halo Firefight, my favorite in the entire list today. You'll notice a theme, it looks like the Halo CE mission Halo. They've done a phenomenal job here. Not only is the entire play space highly detailed, but the environmental effects and atmospheric things they've done is just insane. Also, you'll see like the energy pulses coming up from the structures multiple times throughout a match. It is truly an incredibly done firefight map, really a lot bigger than the Halo revamped firefight map we looked at last time, but just as good. You can play this with 4 people, 8 people, 12 people. It's going to roll really nicely on big parties. Next up is Arbiter Firefight, which you'll definitely recognize if you've played Halo 2's campaign. It's that really cool mission where you cut off the station, the hanging one, and they've done a remarkable job with this play space. Great reflections, really cool height and different levels. A smaller map, so I would recommend 8 people or less, but overall, really good time and just very nice visual design. I'm finding that the forgers who are putting in just the extra small details make the maps just so much more fun to play on. Next up is Asaria 4 Firefight Mission. This one is best for 1 to 4 players, and you will need the game type that goes along with it, otherwise you'll probably get stuck in the Pelican at the start of the mission. Really nicely done job on this map. The purple atmospheric effects are crazy. They've done these little bugs in the air. They've put all of these great little storytelling elements across the map, like some downed Spartans here and there. Unbelievably nice skybox. Like, Asaria 4 is one of my favorite play spaces. You can use other firefight variants on it, just be careful. Make sure that you tweak it correctly, because otherwise you may get stuck in that opening spawn point. But huge props, incredible looking map here. Next up is Snowscape Firefight. If you saw the last video on the Firefight series, you know I love these snowy maps. And this one is a nice big open play space. Will remind you a lot of classic Halo, really nicely done skyboxes, and then plenty of cover and little areas where you can pick up weapons. You can do 8 player plus on this one. Big lobbies is probably a benefit for this particular map, and you could even throw some vehicles on it if you wanted to. Probably my second favorite, and it's very simple. It is Reach Firefight. Again, I love these callbacks to the old campaigns and really nicely done atmospheric effects as the Covenant are waging war off in the distance. You can totally see these nice little explosion things. Fun 3 landing pad design. It's very simple, not a ton of cover, but if you get a few gravity hammers, you can actually just destroy ships left and right. I think they did a phenomenal job here on this map, and you don't always have to have something crazy complex for it to work out. I mean, let the AI shine and just sit back and enjoy round after round. Crank up the difficulty and do it with smaller player counts if you want this one to be a real challenge, and that kind of goes for any of the maps today. If you're playing it with 12 people, it's going to be a lot easier to handle than if you're just running it with 4. Next up is actually a mission, but it plays basically like Firefight, the Vault of Let Volir. This is a really cool mission. I had to throw in some goofy clips. It was sort of funny. A few of the phantoms started like stacking on top of one another, and yeah, you'll see. But this map is really well done. Great atmospheric effects, some puzzle elements. It will feel a little bit like a Firefight campaign mission, and I'm so excited to see that more of these missions are being made. I mean, you can play Silent Cartographer right now, a bunch of really cool, unique, original missions, and this one is worth checking out, especially if you like that banished architecture. Speaking of those original campaign missions, Unleashed Campaign is one that's going around the custom game browser quite a bit right now. It will feel like a Firefight campaign mission once again. You sort of hit checkpoints, you take out waves, but I love the aesthetics of this. You start out in the snowy fields and then you push your way inside. You've got some buttons to push, some enemies to take out. I really feel like if they can get voice dialogue in some of these missions too, the forgers will be able to take it to the absolute next level. As it stands, really great looking map. Go check it out. And another classic, Breakpoint Firefight. You can play multiplayer on this map as well, but for Firefight, really good time and a throwback to Halo Reach. This wasn't my favorite map in Halo Reach, but in Infinite it seems to play pretty nicely, especially if you have the grapple shot. You can jump on that upper ridge. You really can move around the map a lot easier than the Reach version. And the atmosphere here, again, on point. I know these are all custom created maps, and sometimes people are like, look, the lighting, it just throws me off, but take a second to remember, like, this is Forge, and it looks incredible for what it is. Like, developers gave people the tools to create their own maps, and the scene is doing incredible work with it. And I think this one showcases what can be done with the lighting if used properly. It seems like every week there are new firefight maps being made, so I'll continue creating these videos if you enjoy them. So do the YouTube things if you like this type of content. Let me know down below if you've played any of these, and please suggest some of your favorites. Again, I've got a Discord link down below. We'll be running a community night here in the not too distant future, trying out some of these maps. Part of these videos, I'm just putting together my list of custom content for these community nights coming up. So appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you again in the next video.